Previously on Beta Radio podcast, we were talking about other songs from the not quite yet hit record, Waiting for the End to Come. You heard featured such numbers as Floating Through. There was The Grief Of.
Halfway in a Dream.
Halfway in a Dream. So we're
going to add to those installments today.
Yeah, today's another installment.
What song would you really want to talk about today?
Oh, man. What song would I really want to talk about? I really want to talk about Sabotage by Beastie Boys. I've been listening to that a lot recently.
Let me narrow the selection here.
Okay.
What song do you really want to hear that was written by Beta Radio and was put on their latest album that we haven't already talked about?
You mean the one that you've already got keyed up?
The one that I already have queued up.
So there's only really one choice.
There's one choice, but there's four. There could be four other answers.
But don't we have to do this one?
Yeah, we don't have a choice. There's no choice in this.
This one
it's already queued up. The choice has been made.
This one's called Find Someone, right? That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Why is it called Find Someone? Because
it's about going somewhere and looking for somebody.
Well,
see you later.
Well, I'm Brent.
And I'm Ben.
And today we're going to talk about Find Someone. You just put that over there in that corner so we can get all of this.
Right here?
Yes. This was the second song we wrote with Ben Kramer of Old Sea Brigade. The last one was Halfway in a Dream, and we talked about that last time. And this one was basically the next day. We went back into a studio and just started working on this song.
How did it start?
It started, I think, with him playing piano. Actually, it started with him showing us a guitar called a rubber bridge guitar. And I played it quite a bit that day. And so the next day, Ben Kramer asked if we wanted to play a song with a rubber bridge. He was playing the piano and I was playing the rubber bridge, and we were just kind of riffing, I think. Let's hear some of the recording.
Maybe I'll put in a very, very simple beat.
Instead of doing that dum dum, could you just go straight to the dum?
Yeah.
And just see what it sounds like?
That?
I want to sing transform poison inside you. That's cool. It's fun to listen back to like where it all came from. So many times, like, cool melodies happen, but then there's other cool things that just get
Lost.
Yeah. Kind of makes me think that it's like a natural way of like if that melody's not right for the song right then, it's interesting where intuition leads you is what I want to say. The thing that I think was really cool about this song was whenever we were all getting in there to write together, he was Ben, not Ben Mabry, but Ben Kramer was well, there was something about the way that he was playing that piano. He went to a chord that I didn't expect him to, and it was like this immediate soulful kind of vibe, which is an arena that I haven't played around in too much, like with like writing melodies and stuff. It caused me to kind of lean into it. It just forced me to like kind of go a little more soulful, which felt good.
Why don't we jump a little further into the session where we had more of a completed song?
Turns
transform poison inside you into something brand new that don't hurt no more. Eating dessert out in the desert where I thought I was happier there, but I had to learn. Get so caught up in a world full of worries, sentimental in a world in a hurry, and I wanna in a world of the versions of that I didn't want to become. Love is ceremony sunrise, love is in between and only your eyes.
So for this song, just like Halfway in a Dream, we recorded a demo same day that we wrote the song. And this is what it sounded like.
Into something brand new that don't hurt no more. Eating dessert deep in the desert where I thought I was happier there, but I had to learn. And get so caught up in a world full of worries. For a moment, let's not be in a hurry. Sentimental for a roll.
Well, do you want to talk about some lyrics?
Yes.
Let's jump into it then.
And transform the poison inside you into something brand new that don't hurt no more.
Anytime I have an idea or come across a set of words that are interesting together, I try to write it down somewhere. There was this documentary. In the documentary, there was this yogi sitting on like the side of a river, and he says, "Transform the poison inside you." I think I kind of like was scrolling through my list and just landed on that one and just tried it out, and it felt good.
You're eating dessert deep in the desert where you thought you'd be happier there, but that's where you learn.
That's evocative for me because the last place you're going to be indulging in dessert would be the desert, because to me it's like this is my last resort, last chance to feel good, and you're trying to find a way to not think about being in the desert because it's so hot there. And then the line, thought I would be happier there. You went to the desert because you thought going away and being alone was going to make you happy. You thought that was going to solve your problems, and it didn't.
What doesn't burn up in a furnace or a fury? Just quit time and quit being in a hurry. I'm sentimental for all of the versions of.
That line is about learning what withstands the fires of life. Let's quit time and quit being in a hurry is about the feeling of what would it be like to quit time and never be in a hurry to go anywhere because there's nothing that has to change about anything. The line at the very end, I'm sentimental for all of the versions of what I want to be or what I wanted you to be. Whenever I hear that, I think about all the ways that I project my opinions or ideas about the way something should be. I have biases and sentimentality towards all of my ideas, all of my idealized versions of people, experiences. When I'm sentimental for them, I want them to be different than the way that they are, and it's ultimately just an idea inside my head that is an obstacle to seeing what's really happening.
All of your thoughts seep deep in my head, I swear. I lay them down on the altar and stare, 'cause what's holy won't burn.
That line, I would say, is about how other people's opinions and thoughts can seep into your own thinking of yourself and inform the way you view yourself. Whenever you realize that you've been doing that for however long you've been doing it, you then are faced with the work of sussing them out and figuring out what you want to hang on to and what you want to let go of from that outside conditioning that you've been given. And so the line, I lay them on the altar and stare because what's holy won't burn. It's sort of a nod to the line before it talking about prophets, but also there's an old Bible story about sorting the wheat from the chaff, or even about refining gold. You have to put it into a fire. And so I think that line is about putting something into a fire and seeing if it burns up, because if it burns up, it's not real. And if it stays there, then it's real.
Well, thanks so much for listening to another episode of, well, us talking about how we write music. Bye.